Living downtown makes filming videos very hard because there's always background noise. Hi, welcome back to Dan Plant. I'm very excited. So this is my second video since my rebrand, I guess. And this is kind of going to be like my filming area from now on. I've always wanted some sort of nice, memorable, like framed in background, and my apartment just so happens to come with the perfect place. I do just want to start off by saying this video is not my usual content. However, I do think it's an important one. So I'm editing and I just need to just stop in and say real quick, I do that a lot in this video, and I'm sorry. It's allergies right now, and I'm just sorry in advance. I hope you learned something. It is informational. Okay, back to that. Thanks. As you probably can tell from the title, this video is going to be my strategy on how I plan to kind of do this whole thing. In my last video, if you didn't watch that, go check it out. I kind of just went over a little bit, like, that I'm coming back, a little bit of an idea of like what this channel is gonna be and all of that stuff. This video is going to be going in depth on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, my plan, my strategy, all of that. I just wanted this to be like a real and raw breakdown of my plan overall. I do want to start out by saying I'm not a professional in any of this other than like plant stuff. I technically am a professional, but the whole marketing and like strategizing and YouTube and blogging and all of that stuff, I'm not a professional. However, I have been doing research on all of this on and off for about 7 years. About every year, if not every few years or so, I will just start this hyperfixation on like how to grow on social media, and then I start researching. Where I stand is I've tried things in the past. Things have worked, but I've never been consistent enough with things to really make things work. And I now really think that I have found like all the key elements that I really need to make this whole thing work for the type of content that I want to make. So, without further ado, let's get into the plan. How am I gonna do all of this? What are the steps? What the fuck am I doing? I just wanted to make sure that I posted this like at the very beginning so that you can see the progress in real time. I want to be able to meet people where they're at, and like this is where I'm at, and I'm sure I know for a fact that there's a lot more people at this position than a year into it where they've actually figured out and kind of made it. No, this is not a get rich quick thing. This isn't a blow up overnight thing. This isn't a how to go viral thing. Like, this is strategically planning and scheduling and researching. I'm not expecting anything to really take off for 6 months to a year. If it happens sooner than that, then like cool, awesome. But I'm not expecting anything to happen very quickly. My end goal is to create a sustainable income for myself that is double what I make on my 9-to-5 job, like profit. I plan to do van life and kind of eventually turn this channel a little more into like all the stuff that I've been doing, we'll be doing it, as well as van life thing. How I plan to get to the end goal. I am very lucky to be starting out with a YouTube channel that has 900-ish subscribers already. The reason for that is I've been using this channel on and off for 10 years. I've had lots of different phases on this channel. I've done LGBT content, I've done music content, I've done hair stuff, I've done, my last thing that I did was houseplants, which is kind of where that is my jumping off point, is the houseplant. So while I have 900 subscribers, not many of them are active, but it does give me a very big advantage because once you're at that 1,000 subscriber mark and the watch hours, you can start monetization. I do really like the direction that my creativity has been flowing for this, and I really think that all the little puzzle pieces that I've found to this point is really gonna work. Let's get into next the puzzle pieces of this plan. Those puzzle pieces are 1, branding, 2, YouTube, long form content, 3, blogging, 4, email marketing, 5, thank you Leah, 5, Pinterest, 6, services, 7, short form content on both YouTube and TikTok, and 8, Patreon. And I'm gonna talk about each puzzle piece individually, and you'll kind of be able to see when I talk about each one, how they kind of flow into each other. I'm gonna mostly just read from my computer for this part. First, I'm gonna talk about blogging. The reason that blogging is here is not only do I really like to write and just, it's a way to, keep writing and keep pushing my writing out, but it is so great for SEO. The blog will simply have the same content as my YouTube channel, except there will be more. So my plan with blogging is I'll post 1 blog post on Tuesdays, and that blog post will be but in connection with the YouTube video that I post the Saturday prior. And then on Thursday, I'll post another blog post that is not about a YouTube video. There will be no YouTube video directly connected to it like the Tuesday posts, but the Thursday post will somehow flow into the other post. Please do your own research on SEO. First of all, I'm just here to give you a jumping off point, okay? I will leave some awesome resources down below. The reason that this works so well is because the best blog posts for SEO, the ones that get pushed to the top of Google the fastest, are the ones that have videos on them. So short form content I know is best for this, and I will eventually, that is a part of my plan. Eventually, the YouTube video, just starting with that, is a lot easier, and I'll get into why when I get to the YouTube section. It's adding a video to the blog post. Another thing about that is blogging allows me to just build a reputation of basically just a library of media and information that I can put out there outside of my YouTube channel. And that is huge because a lot of people are on YouTube, but also a lot of people would rather read, and that's totally fine. So I'm gonna cater to the next piece of the puzzle is Pinterest. Now, you might think that's crazy that Pinterest is really the only social. You might be surprised that it's Pinterest and not Facebook and Instagram. Here's the thing. First of all, Facebook and Instagram are equal, okay? I'm sorry. They're helpful, but I was severely addicted to both of them for years. They don't do anything other than keep you on the app. And it's when you are trying to get traffic from your social media to your blog post or your YouTube video, no one's gonna click on it because they're gonna stay in the app. Those apps are designed to keep you in them. Pinterest is the only social media that is created to redirect you to other websites. When you click on a pin for a recipe, you click the picture and it pulls up a website that is a blog post of the whole recipe. It redirects you instantly. The plan with Pinterest is to pair each post, each blog post and YouTube video, with a pin graphic. So I will post the pin on Pinterest and I will link whatever post on my blog or YouTube video is associated with that pin. So whenever someone clicks on the pin, it will just redirect them straight to my YouTube video or my blog post. For each blog post and each YouTube video, I will make a pin graphic like this. Put some on the screen. So, YouTube. Not only is having a video on your blog post best for SEO, on top of that, I think I found a way to be able to just write one thing for the blog post and the YouTube video that's going to correspond with it. If I literally just write the blog post first and read off of that as my script, and not, when I script, I kind of write it out as if I'm going to read it word for word, but I just glance through it. I don't actually read it word for word. Everything that I have said in this video has not at all been word for word for what this is. Realizing that hack will save me so much time. It really will, because I have only created 4 or 5 blog posts so far, but the one took me 4 hours. I mean, I do a little bit of both because like sometimes it's not, exactly, but like I did script this video, and I'm kind of just gonna take this script and put that on the blog and like tweak it, to be better for the blog. But it is 8 pages, okay? It's a lot. I'm not gonna read it word for word. And I should have done bullet points, but it's fine. But this took me probably 2 or 3 hours to write. So if I can just copy and paste this on my blog post and make the tweaks and edits for the blog post itself, that will save me so much time. Back to YouTube. The main thing that's gonna help for growing on YouTube, solving problems, answering people's questions. I have an advantage in the horticulture industry, in just horticulture knowledge, and especially houseplants. So I'm going to answer common questions about that. A lot of my videos will be just very common things that people might search about plants in general. So it's not just gonna be houseplants, it'll also be growing your own food and like having a job in horticulture in general. That is something that I've noticed. When I went back to school for horticulture, I went on YouTube and tried to find like educational horticulture courses. Not even really courses, but just kind of videos that could kind of prepare me a little bit for school. And I found really nothing. I'm gonna take that and I am going to make my own educational videos that kind of cover a little bit about what you would learn if you went to school for horticulture. It's just finding the little niches like that. On top of that, so I know that like niches are kind of the whole thing, right? That's so hard for me. Here's how I've been able to niche myself down, but in a very, very broad way. And I got it down to 2 words: metaphysical horticulture. It is basically going to be a mixture of horticulture, plants, planty things, which is very broad, okay? Very broad. And metaphysical spirituality, again, very broad. I'm going to be having videos not only about horticulture and plant things, but as well as spirituality things. Also just like mental well-being and mental health. And the reason that I am pairing them together like that is because I have kind of identified myself as like a green witch for a very long time. And I don't necessarily want to completely cater only to like green witches, because I think a lot of the things are a lot more general than that. And I think at first I was trying to niche down to just green witch, and that seems too small because you don't have to consider yourself like a witch or practice witchcraft or any of that to like relate to and want to watch a lot of the content that I'm going to be creating. So green witch didn't fit. That's what I was going with at first, and I think metaphysical horticulture really just, I love it. Anyway, going back to YouTube because I keep getting distracted. This is the last point for the YouTube thing. The same thing with blogging. Posting YouTube videos will give me kind of a backlog of like a media library of all my videos and stuff. One more point. With YouTube, at the beginning, I'm really going to be focusing more on quantity over quality. I'm still going to be putting effort into my videos, obviously. I'm just not going to be making cinematic movie type videos, which is partially the goal. In the long run, I would love to make videos like, I have a list of references, okay? Natalie Lynn, Logan Malatak, and Life of Riza, if I pronounced that correctly. I love their style of editing and filming and all of that. I would love to create cinematic things like that, but they take so long to make. They really do. And if I really want to grow, it's more about consistency than quality. So at first, it's going to be weekly videos, and they're going to be not this long. This video is going to be a lot longer than the majority of the weekly videos that I put out, but they're going to be, basically edited, and I will progress with that a little, more and more the more I do it. But eventually, I don't have a timeline on this. Maybe in a year, maybe in 6 months, I don't know. But eventually, I will switch from weekly content to monthly content, and I will just put out a cinematic like video every month is the goal. We'll see if we get to that part, but I have confidence, and if not, I can at least just keep doing weekly videos throughout, and then just do once every few months also add on the cinematic video. I'm sure that would be fine. That was kind of long. The next piece of the puzzle, services. Now, honestly, this kind of might be overwhelming myself a little bit, but that's okay because I'm not really adding this part until like later. That's okay. So I'm going to be offering a few different services. For the services part, I'm kind of just throwing things out and seeing what sticks, because there are a few different services that I can think of that fit in with my niche. But at the same time, I'm one person and I'm also doing all of this while working a full-time job. The services that I am going to at least try to offer are designing and selling seasonal planters, tarot readings, spiritual life coaching, and houseplant and garden coaching. Now, I can't call it consulting because I don't have a consultation license. And that, I mean, honestly, I think it's pretty obvious, the service part. I think services are like the fastest way of making money out of all of this, because, you know, you get a client and the client will give you money. Whereas the rest of it, you're waiting for the algorithm to pick up. But again, I'm going to do all of my like back end things on the blog and the YouTube and the Pinterest and the email marketing, all of that before I even add the services page to my website. Oh, and actually, I didn't even talk about email marketing. I was supposed to talk about email marketing. All right, since I forgot to add it, email marketing real quick. So email marketing is again, do your own research on this, please. I don't know how to fucking do it yet. I really don't, okay? That is the one part that like I really can't figure out. It's the funnel system. You offer a free digital download in exchange for someone signing up for your email marketing list. They sign up for the email marketing list, they get the free thing. They like the free thing so much that they're like, oh my God, if this is the free thing, what are the paid things like? And then since they sign up for your email marketing, they'll keep getting your marketing sent directly to their emails. So next part is short form content on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. I understand that this might kind of seem backwards, but hear me out. It's a lot, okay? Short form content, you need to be posting at least 4 times a week. You should be doing every day, but like minimum 4 or 5 times a week. And when I'm already planning to post 3 times a week between my YouTube channel and my blog, that's a lot. So that's gonna be at the end once I'm about a month to a month and a half into consistently posting on my blog and my YouTube. I will start short form content. And the short form content, I'm gonna be honestly kind of lazy with it. I'm gonna half bulk make videos just from cutting my long form content, and the other half I'm gonna like actually make short form content that's not from the long form, but I'm really mainly going to be using the bulk stuff because like I'm doing a lot, okay? This is a lot. This is a lot, but that's okay. Okay, and the last part of this plan is Patreon. Now, Patreon, I kind of feel like I don't necessarily have like a whole lot to offer for Patreon, but again, it is kind of, first of all, it is a way to possibly make a little bit of money. And literally it's a $1 a month fee. Like I'm not planning on actually really making much from it. But the main reason that I'm honestly even making a Patreon is because, so I want to be able to I'm just going to put all of my uncut content on there. All these videos that you see on my YouTube channel that are like edited and have my stutter and everything like cut out, you can see the raw full-length thing on my Patreon before the videos on YouTube come out. So there is that added bonus if someone actually really does enjoy my content and like wants to have the extra parasocial time of hanging out. And it's also just an easy, low budget way if people want to support me but don't necessarily want to like buy anything. $1 a month. So yeah, that will be down in the description below. Now, the last section of this video, let's go over the timeline. Again, I'm really just gonna be reading from my computer, just a lot more than the last one though, because this is a lot. I want to start out by saying, if you do want to steal this plan, you have two options to steal templates from me directly, okay? The first option is the free option. The free option is that freebie that I was telling you about to get people to sign up for your email marketing. That'll be down in the description. All you have to do is sign up for the email marketing. You can literally unsubscribe right after if you want to. The paid one will be my Notion templates that I am now only using because I was just using pen and paper at first. I created Notion templates for YouTube channel, for blogging, for Pinterest, for everything. So you can get that pack on Notion down below. I haven't really figured out how to set up to sell those yet, but I will have it figured out before I post this video. So the price will be on the screen. Let's talk about the first month. Now, my first month is gonna look a little different than yours if you don't have your branding thought up, okay? So I do wanna say that because I had my vision for my branding and made it a while ago. And also my branding is very simple and basic. It literally took me 5 minutes to make my logo because it's so simple that will take a while on its own. Like I said, I spent the last 2 months literally just brainstorming, trying to figure out kind of what direction to go with my niche and logo and all of that. So it did take me about 2 months, 2.5 months of brainstorming and like trying things, not liking them to get to this point. But keep that in mind because I am counting that technically in my first month, but I kind of did that for like 2 months. Finding out the branding, the logo, the name, the specific niche, and the 4 content pillars. So if you have been doing research on like being a content creator and all that stuff, you've probably heard about the 4 content pillars. Now, my 4 content pillars are, I have 2, but they can be split, you know? I feel like my 4 content pillars would just be horticulture in general, spirituality, mental health. I don't really know what the 4th one is. Do I really need a 4th one? You should have at least 2. But 4 is recommended and I know that. I feel like I have a lot more than that technically just because my pillars are so broad. You're also gonna wanna do a lot of research. The things that you're gonna be researching are SEO, website hosting, YouTube thumbnail editing, video editing and video editing software, YouTube video filming tips, blogging tips for writing and formatting, Canva editing tips. Those are the main things that you should be researching on your own. Again, do not use this video as your only research point. I will have a lot more links in the description of like other videos that you can use for research, but again, do your own research. Next thing in the first month that you'll be doing other than researching is get a website where you can post your blogs, have an information page, as well as a service page if you are going to do the service part of it. I use Bluehost. It's important to have a self-hosted blog site if you want to be able to make money off of your blog, because if you're not self-hosted, then not only is this hoster able to just take your website down whenever they want to, but also you won't be able to run ads and make money from it. So definitely make sure it's self-hosted. I use Bluehost. We'll get into pricing of everything that I've done so far in a minute, but Bluehost is what I've seen most big bloggers suggest, and it's very cheap. Creating a freebie and or multiple freebies for your marketing funnel. Now, like I said before, it's kind of all about funneling. It's all a big circle, just sending everything, you know, to each other. The reason that I said maybe multiple freebies to use for marketing is because since I do have such broad niches, I can't just have one freebie. My houseplant freebie is only gonna work on people that watch me for houseplant stuff, and like my homesteading and an apartment freebie is only going to be for those people. My metaphysical freebie is only going to be for those people. So I'm going to have like kind of a freebie for each pillar, if that makes sense. You're going to set up email marketing, which I'm falling a little behind on, but I will figure it all out before this video is posted, so it'll be done. You should write at least 8 usable blog posts, and you should film at least 4 YouTube videos that are usable. You should set up your YouTube channel, set up your Pinterest account, create or find, steal mine if you want to, a YouTube description template. If you want to steal mine, literally just copy and paste my description in Google Docs and edit it into what you need. And create or find email marketing templates. I like using Canva, and then also set up Patreon. You don't really need to add that part to it, but you know, like I said a little bit before, I did spend some money this month. The things that I spent money on are, I spent $30 on Canva, that's $30 a month. You don't need to pay for Canva, there is a free version. However, I find it a lot more useful, especially with the branding kit, to pay for it. Bluehost, the self-hosting website that I was talking about, I paid $35 for 1 whole year of self-hosting websites. That is awesome. Notion AI, I did get that. It's $10 a month. I'm probably not going to keep it because there are very similar things that are free. The next thing that I bought is a $20 phone tripod, which you are currently on. Yeah, you see it? It'll be linked in the description. And yes, it's an affiliate link, because that's another thing. Amazon Associates, literally anyone can set up an affiliate account. Not necessary, but very helpful, especially because of where I want to film. There's no way that my camera would have been able to do that without a tripod. Things that I will be getting in a little bit when I can afford them, but not yet, are a better camera. I'll be budgeting $400 for this. I'm going to buy a used camera. I'm still researching what camera specifically I'm gonna get. I know I'm gonna go with Sony. I don't know what though. I would love to eventually get a .com domain, because right now I have .sites for my 35 for the year post. I would need to spend $600 to get the .com domain, and that's not feasible right now. Next, let's talk about month 2 of the plan. This month is just kind of tying everything together that you started last month. So you're gonna edit all the YouTube videos that you filmed that are usable. That includes not only editing the video itself, but also editing your description template specifically for that video, adding all the links you need, figuring out the SEO for your title, editing your thumbnail, and creating a Pinterest post for the YouTube video. That all counts for finishing up the YouTube videos, okay? So you're gonna do all 4 of your videos that you had filmed, and do all that for all 4 of them in month 2, as well as doing SEO research for each video. We kind of talked about that a little bit. And your blog posts should all already be written. So what you're gonna do is you're also gonna schedule all of your things to post. You're gonna schedule all of your blog posts to go up. You're gonna schedule all of your YouTube videos to go up as soon as they're done. You're gonna schedule, because this is gonna hold you accountable. Because if you just have one random blog post go up and it says, oh, check out the YouTube video here, and then you don't post the YouTube video, you made yourself look stupid. At this point, once you're starting to schedule your uploads, you can choose to start promoting your freebies for your email marketing as well, or you can wait to start promoting that until you start uploading. It would be smart to kind of like start promoting the email list before, just to like get a good jumping off point. You're also going to be filming at least 4 more YouTube videos, so I think the best way to be able to make sure that you stay consistent in your content is to have the role of keeping 3 unedited but filmed videos in queue at all times. There should be 3 unedited videos for every video that you are currently in process of editing. And for best fucking practice, you should also have 3 videos that are done, ready, scheduled to upload at the same time. I do know that technically you are supposed to make your thumbnail before you even film your video, but that doesn't work for me because I use screenshots from my video for the thumbnail. The other things that, I kind of said this already, but this month, you're also gonna make your Pinterest graphics, as well as, I'm pretty sure you can schedule Pinterest posts, so go do that too. And you're also gonna start posting the unedited content on Patreon, as well as pre-writing some emails for marketing. Month 3 is where things get real and repetitive. Since things are so repetitive at this point, and you are at the point of consistently uploading, consistently editing, consistently filming, all of that stuff, we're gonna be adding some more things. So continue filming, continue editing, scheduling YouTube videos, continue writing and scheduling blog posts, continue posting all unedited content on Patreon, continue making and scheduling Pinterest posts, do research, excuse me Cleo, do research on the best ways to cut videos into short form content. That's the main new thing that you're gonna do this month, is creating short form content. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do your own research on finding the best ways to cut videos into short form content. I know there are multiple websites that you can literally just take the URL of your YouTube video, put it in, and it will just automatically give you however many shorts from that video. You're gonna bulk make at least 30 short form content, okay? There should be at minimum 30, if not 60. And you're going to start scheduling these short form content videos for next month. So you're gonna schedule them for YouTube Shorts. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna stagger. So we're just gonna post on YouTube Shorts for a month, and then the month after that, we'll start posting those same videos that we already posted on YouTube Shorts to TikTok. You wanna make sure they're not posted like the same day or the same week, like, or anything like that, but you wanna recycle your content as much as possible because it is so difficult to make so much content. So you wanna recycle as much as possible, and the best way to do that is to stagger. And the easiest way to stagger and not confuse yourself is be a month ahead on one platform. And if you feel like you can handle it, start throwing in services this month. By start throwing in services, I literally just mean add the service page to your website, make descriptions, figure out the budget, figure out what supplies you'll need, just do the planning for the service part. Don't start promoting it at all though, because you won't be ready yet. So now we get to month 4. Now, as I've said multiple times, it is all about consistency. This is where it starts getting pretty boring and repetitive. So, month 4, continue filming, editing, and scheduling YouTube videos, continue writing and scheduling blog posts, continue posting all unedited content on Patreon, continue making and scheduling Pinterest posts, continue making short-form content out of the long-form content and scheduling that for upload. Start to throw in some short-form content that does not come directly from long-form videos. That's very important, because if you are just posting like short clips of your YouTube videos, it's not gonna do much. It's honestly, I find it annoying. You're gonna wanna throw in a mixture. But the easiest way to get short-form content, obviously, is throwing it into those websites like that to get a whole bunch at once. So I understand it's so much easier to do it that way, but it doesn't bring much value. And you are also going to work on building up services even more. So you're gonna start buying supplies if you need to. You're gonna make flyers, print them out, and post them around if you're doing this locally. And like I said, you will start posting on TikTok this month too, so that you can stagger your content and not be so overwhelmed. So months 5 and beyond, you can probably kind of guess. It's very much just about consistency. So months 5 and beyond are really just keep doing what you've done the last few months and just fine tune everything. You're gonna go back every 30 days, look at your statistics, see what's working, see what's not working, make adjustments, all of that stuff. But really from here on out, it's just continuing. It's continue filming and editing and scheduling YouTube videos, continue writing and scheduling blog posts, continue posting all unedited content on Patreon. Everything I just said for month 4, you keep doing that, okay? So the last part is I'm gonna talk about kind of how I'm doing all of this while I have a full-time job. It's not for everyone. I'll tell you that right now. It's not for everyone. I'm crazy. But you need a little bit of crazy, you know? It's not just being crazy. There are also There's a lot of sacrifice, there's a lot of self-discipline, and there's a lot of hyper-focus. So I treat this as a second job. I literally, if I'm planned, like if I've scheduled myself to work on this after work from 4:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. and someone asks me to hang out that night, I'm not going to because I'm working. Okay? So it is that mindset shift that is very, very important to make anything work, because if you don't see it as a second job, it won't be a second job. If you just see it as a hobby, it will just be a hobby. But that doesn't mean not giving yourself grace. So like, for example, I went way too hard on Monday. I went for 16 hours straight. I got up at 4 a.m., went non-stop, including working my 9 to 5 until 9 p.m. There's something in my eye. I went non-stop and I really burnt myself out, and it was only Monday. So on Tuesday, I let myself have a rest day. I went to work, I did my regular job, but I came home and I rested. I do have the advantage of being able to have headphones on at work. So what I've been doing is really researching through YouTube videos almost all day, every day at work. Like, instead of listening to music or watching a TV show, I will be listening to a video about SEO or about YouTube editing or about how to grow on YouTube or something that ties into this, right? Really the biggest thing is the mindset shift. I can't really tell you a schedule that I have for this because I'm very ADHD and I just kind of do things. I do schedule in terms of I'm gonna do at least this many hours every day, but other than that, I have deadlines for things and I don't really take it much further than that. Because I've noticed that if I really try to I'm gonna work on editing my YouTube video this day and then the next day I'm gonna work on my blog post, and when I do that, I can't focus on it. I need to be able to switch between which things my mind is going to in that moment. If you want to actually schedule things out, here's my idea for you. Spend one full day as in whatever time you allot yourself in that day for this plan. Personally, on weekends, I do about 8 hours each day, and then on weekdays, I do between 2 and 5 hours. It really just depends how I'm feeling. Also, you want to be sure to not burn yourself out. If you feel better doing a 16-hour day every Saturday and that's all you do, then do it. If you would like some sort of schedule, here's one for you. Spend one full day on a blog post. This includes writing the post, adding pictures, creating any Amazon affiliate links that you need, watermarking photos if you need to, etc. Another day is spend one full day filming content. I literally just mean filming. Literally, if you want to change clothes in between to give the illusion that they're not all filmed on the same day, then sure, do it. But it will save you so much time to have videos built up that you can go off of, and especially with this plan of have 3 ready to post, 1 in edit, and 3 unedited at a time. Spending one full day filming will help with that so much. Spend at least one full day editing long form content. Spend a day bulk creating Pinterest posts. Spend a day bulk creating emails, and spend a day scheduling things to go up. I'm not letting myself post anything until I have blog posts written for 2 months. I'm not letting myself post anything until I have YouTube videos filmed for 2 months and edited for 1 month. So that is it. I really hope that you enjoy. Check out all the links down in the description. Not only will there be my links for my social media and the freebie, but as well as the Notion template. So go check all those things out. A lot of resources will also be down in the description. So go check that out. There's a lot down there. And I would say subscribe if you want to see more like this, but I won't really be posting videos like this. So 1, subscribe if you want to see the growth and how this plan works out, or subscribe if you're interested in seeing metaphysical horticulture content, because that's my niche. If you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps with the algorithm. I will see you next week. Bye.